This time I double checked to make sure that archive was enabled, so when we finish this should auto archive for 14 days to Twitch, and I can port it to YouTube then. After 14 days it will automatically delete out of Twitch.
Yep.
So cool. Now we just need Slitto Pit and Boa to ready up.
Yeah, we have a delay on, right?
Should be. Is it not delaying for you?
Oh, I haven't checked. I was just wondering.
Yeah, my cursor is like about a minute behind on my screen.
Yeah, stream's not even showing up yet, so you've got a delay on.
Excellent. For some reason, it's not showing the cursor. That's weird. I'm like zigzagging the cursor around, and it's not appearing on the screen. That's really strange.
I don't know how it is on your program.
I'm using NVIDIA GeForce. It should show the cursor.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
That's bizarre. That's the first time it's ever failed to pick it up. Oh well.
It's not like the cursor's that important in a spectator match.
What? It's the most important thing. Everybody comes to view the cursor. Come on. Okay, we got 3 ready. Just one more to go.
Tonnage is pretty low on both sides.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're. Looks like they're probably. I'd say mediums. No, that's too low. Be heavies.
Or Marauder 2C and the medium. That would do it,
Maybe.
right? Marauder 2C is what? 85?
I believe so.
It'd be 15 and 40. That'd be 50. Marauder 2C and a 55 tonner. That'd be a good kit out too. Like a Bushwhacker and a 2C. Or a Storm. The only thing I don't like about Shadow Play is it pauses the match when you load into and out of maps. It's a real pain in the rear. And there's nothing you can do about it at all. Alright, I'm over here at...
I'm still loading it. There we go.
Here we go. Alright, now my stuff's coming up. I'm at Team 2, which is the Brethren. Looks like we have a Highlander 2C and an Enforcer Ghillie. Interesting choice of mechs. Not what I was expecting.
Eliminate all enemies, no matter the cost.
This is going to be a good fight.
And my controls are reversed. I have no idea why.
Oops. I went through the scenery. Over here on
Yeah,
Team
well, I'm
1, we
seeing
have 2
scenery.
Summoners. That's a pretty good choice too, actually. Both teams are departing from their strategies in the previous battles. The
Oh, never mind.
Summoners are
That's why
going
backwards.
solid PPC and Gauss from the looks of it, which is actually a pretty good build. That's what I've got. You know, I'm just gonna pop in their cockpits and see. Scratch the Gauss. They're just PPC. Wow, the Highlander is UAC 10 and SRM 6, and the Ghillie is medium lasers and AC 10. This should be a good matchup. I think the Summoners have the advantage though.
Yeah, twin summoners.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Well, they're not twin. I mean, they're different chassis, but.
Yeah, but they both have the same build. 20 RPPCs. They're gonna have about the same speed, agility, everything.
So they're probably going to want to be ranged. They probably don't want to gauge the Brethren head on.
Nope, they're gonna stay at range, and we have contact. The ERPPCs are being slung out at the Ghillie while it fires back with the AC-10.
PVCs aren't doing a whole lot of damage. Rod Blade's down to 95.
Yeah. But they've picked off about 5% across the other 2 mechs, so damage trade... Oh, nope. Team
Rod
1
Blade
pulled
took a
ahead.
hit there.
6% to 9% damage trade at the moment. Yeah,
Here comes
Summoners...
an airstrike.
Ooh, that looked like a...
Oh, did it miss?
It looks like it might have nicked Boa, unless that was a straight PPC shot. I didn't get a good look.
That was a good airstrike.
It was right on him. It looks like it just missed.
Oh, here comes
Ooh.
one from the other side.
Yeah, it's going to miss,
It
though.
might hit Shaman. No, he missed. He
Nope.
dodged it.
Yep, he moved fast enough. Yeah, right now I'd say the Summoners have a strong advantage. They got speed and agility that the other two mechs don't have. They also have better range. And they're going to trade at the same damage. The Enforcer has an AC 10 for 10 points of damage. And the Highlander has a UAC 10. So the damage trade is going to be roughly the same, except that the Summoners have twin ERPPC. So that's 10 points of pinpoint damage per PPC plus 5 point splash damage. So
well, it looks like both sides is content to stay at range, so...
Yeah, it's just kind of interesting. I thought the Brethren would have tried to push in. This isn't going to favor them in the long run.
Both Brethren are down past 90%.
Yep, 89 and 88. Their armor values are falling. They can't keep this
Another
trade up.
airstrike, but I think that missed as well.
Yeah, that was a clean miss. Ooh, Boa's firing SRM's way outside range. Take another PPC hit. They're landing some AC rounds, but not enough to be effective.
Boa needs to fix his weapon groups then if he's firing his SRMs.
Yeah, he was firing them at, looked like maybe twice the range. There was several good AC hits on Slitapit.
Boa down to 84.
Yeah, Ron and Slitapit are roughly tied, but Shaman and Boa have a huge gap in health. Although it looks
Boa
like
needs,
Shaman's
Boa
left
needs to get
arm.
out of there. He's taking too much damage.
Who?
Boa.
I agree. His Enforcer's not going to
77.
hold up. They need to push in so that they can use the SRMs and medium lasers, or they need to let the Highlander take
Oh, double hit on Ron Blade right there.
That was a hard hit.
Both Brethren are down to 77%. Both blue team was 87, but now Sled has gone down to 84.
They're doing a very good job of kiting the Brethren at the moment. Staying, drawing their shots, staying just out of their firing range, and Boa's fixing to get lit up from the rear. He doesn't even see the flanking maneuver coming.
That's wrong.
Oh, here it comes. Boom. There's the hit.
I think Brethren need to retreat right now. They can't. They need a more favorable position.
Yeah, they can't really
Ron
afford
Blade
to
is
trade
just
range, though.
getting whomped.
Oh, this is it.
59, 56.
Yeah, this is it.
He's going down.
Ron Blade's fixing to die.
There he goes.
Yep, Ron is down.
Boa's
All
just
now
going
is
to get
Boa.
overrun now.
He's at 62. He's not going to last long at all.
No,
I had it
just gonna
reversed.
run
I
him
thought
over.
Boa was in the Highlander. I had it flipped.
More hostiles. Good job.
It was actually Ron Blade firing the SRMs outside range. That was very, very well played. I have to hand it to Slutopid and Shaman. That was a good strategy, and they actually went through it and enacted it very well. What do you think?
Yeah, it was a good match.
Yeah. Surgical. They stayed at range. They used the PPCs and the speed and agility. They took the hits. Stupid thing, he's pausing. So they took the hits, but the summoners are so tanky they could afford to do it. Let's see, Grimm's the next one. To be honest, in a dueling situation, if I was going to 1v1 or 2v2 somebody, I would do what they did. Range is your friend, and on a map where, like Canyons, where you have a lot of topographical advantages, you definitely want to take something that's quick and nimble and got jump jets so you can use that range advantage and stay away. There's so much cover. It's really a cover-rich environment, and it really lends itself to picking people apart. Tourmaline's another good one. Even the new Frozen City is a good one for that, although it's so open, it's a little harder. The old Terra Thermals was really good at it. The new one, not so much. I mean, you got a lot of cover, but the range is broken by lots of hills. It's hard to get those shots, and it's such a hot map too. But the big ones like SS.
Green shot.
Oh, gotcha, 10-4. But like Tourmaline, let's see, what are some other good ones? We already mentioned Grim, of course, is one of them. We're fixing to drop on it now. Frozen, somewhat good. Force Colony is one that you could probably do that on. But if you get a fast mech, then you can really beat a mech that's even heavier than you. Can fight above your weight if you use that speed and agility. You're also gonna
So
fight
it does look like Romblade and Boa has stepped up in their tonnage. They've gone up 40 tons. So
yeah, I think they're gonna take be 290 tonners. We're looking at an assault, two assaults, or an assault and a heavy, something like that. You know. Actually, no. It'd have to be, even if they took 100 ton, you have to have another assault at 80 tons. So we're definitely looking at 2 assaults here. My message is flashing. And it's just the faction chat or something. Yeah, IS chat. Alright, Slutapit's taking a quick mech lab break. Send him a new lobby invite so he can come back in. I got cookies, Viper. You want one?
yeah, just mail that to me.
I can just send it through the computer now. If I just push it against the monitor hard enough, it'll transmute. Yeah, so we tried Tuesday. Was it Tuesday or was it last week? I can't. It might even been Monday. I can't remember the day now. But Crompier unfortunately didn't show. So we tried yesterday, and neither Crompier nor Shaman could make it. So this is our third attempt for this match, and we're finally into it. Looking like a good matchup so far. Shaman and Slutapit had an interesting strategy on Canyons. They took 2 dual ERPPC summoners and fought at range very effectively against Romblade and Boa, who took more mid to short range mechs involving UAC and AC-10s, SRMs, and medium lasers. Good builds on both of their mechs, good fighting potential, but not enough to outlast 2 long-range summoners at a ranged engagement. And the summoners wound up picking them apart, then moved in for the kill, and it was game. I think if they had pushed faster earlier and kind of cornered the summoners, yeah, they would have taken some damage, but I think they probably would have been able to overcome that with the tankiness of the Highlander as well as the firepower that their mechs had at close range. But trying to play that range game really hurt them and really put them back in a bad position that really hurt them late game and cost them that match. With me on the stream is Viperisk, the chief organizer and mastermind behind this 2v2 tournament.
Hello.
So
Had
far,
a few hiccups in the tournament, but it's going pretty good now.
Yep, had a few bumps at the start as we got into it, got folks situated, but everybody's kind of gotten into the groove of things, picked up what they need to do, and now everybody's kind of falling into line with that. I don't think we'll have too many more issues getting folks getting their matches through and all that good stuff. It looks like Slutapit may be waiting for his next shipment of Legos to arrive to build his next battle mech. still in the mech lab after all this time.
Well played.
Seriously, that's the best part about this game is playing Legos in the mech lab. It's like, I can take this part off the mech, and I can put this part on instead. Tearing them down and building them up. That's why I personally hate the Omni-Mechs. The chassis are so locked down. Yeah, they got Omnipods, but so what? You can't pull the engines out, you can't pull heat sinks off or jump jets, it's like, whoop-de-doo, I can change out guns. But I really like to pull the engines out and all that stuff. Here we go. Alright, Sled Pit is back.
I just worked a note you don't have a delay on.
Oh, it's not on now?
But whatever. We're already started, so there's no point. We just won't mention it to the teams.
Yeah, there's a bit of a delay, but it's not as long as it should be. I'm watching my text type out now, which is odd. Maybe a 25 second delay. Alright, here we go. Nobody else is watching the stream at the moment, so I think we're okay.
I'm not too worried.
I have to look into Twitch and Shadowplay and see which one's dropping the... Ooh, forgot to decrease my mouse sensitivity. See which one is dropping the delay.
Usually your program.
There's the dropship. We're inside the dropship now, inspecting the mechs. Looks like we have... Ooh, Summoner and Warhammer. That's an interesting setup this time. And the dropship just left me in space.
Oops, sorry, phone's right underneath mic.
I was wondering what that was. Alright, checking out Team 1. Sledipit is bringing a quad AC-5 Black Widow, while Shaman has his dual ERPPC Summoner. Meanwhile, in Team 2, Ron Blade has upgraded his Highlander 2C to a triple ERPPC and single ER Large Laser build, while Boa is bringing a dual LBX AC-10, triple SRM-6, and triple medium laser Cyclops. Can anybody say brawl?
Well, if they can get close enough, if the other team brings ERPPCs again, they're going to want to keep their distance.
Well, what's interesting is Team 1 is going to continue with the range game. Quad AC-5s and dual ERPPCs, they're definitely going to stay at range. They're definitely going to fight at range. They've got the speed and agility to do it. Ron is going to act as a deterrent with his triple ERPPC and his large laser, or at least he will try. But frankly, I think he will lose because in a 2v1 sniper duel, I think the Warhammer and the Summoner have the advantage over the Highlander 2C.
With them being down a match, they can't afford to lose the second one.
No, they need to be aggressive. Ron, in my opinion, what they should do is once they ascertain the enemy's position, they should push in. Ron should provide covering fire with his PPCs and laser, and when they get close, Boa should finish them with his brawling Cyclops.
It looks like Shaman's standing on top of the building there, just trying to locate the Brethren team there.
Yeah, he's looking around for him here. He's actually
Brethren's
looking in the
no
right
hurry
direction.
to enter the center.
Oh, sighted!
Oh!
First blood on Ron Blade. Shaman has struck twice with his PPCs, one hit, one miss, negligible damage, but the damage is there. Both teams know about where each other are at, and of course, blue team, Team 1, has the satisfaction of drawing first blood. The Warhammer is moving in behind. He's got the quad AC-5s and the torsos. Frankly, as much as I hate to do it as a Brethren pilot, I think I'm going to put my money on Team 1 this time around. Again, they've got a solid long-range setup, and Team 2 is not displaying any signs of attempting to close the gap. It looks like they're going to try to fight at range again. Ooh, too fast.
Well, they're not poking out, so maybe they're hoping the other team will walk into them. But
That's possible.
With blue team's build, I doubt they're going to walk all the way over there.
No, they really don't have any reason to move from their position. They have cover, they have command of the map, they have the strong side. I'm not sure what Boa is trying to do with his Cyclops at the moment. This is kind of interesting. I think they're trying to lay an ambush, but they can't get up the hill.
Yeah, it doesn't have jump jets.
Well, an ambush isn't a bad idea, but there's no reason for two heavy mechs with long range to go chasing two assaults across the map.
Well, it's a patience game now. Whoever gets frustrated and moves in first is going to be at a disadvantage.
Agreed. Personally speaking, if it was me, I would take my assaults around to the backfield over. I wish I could see the map, the actual sectors, but I come around the backfield over here. I think this is the hotel line. No? Is this the J line? I can't remember. I come all the way to the east side of the map, basically, and using the hills for cover, I'd work up the east side of the map to the buttes, through the buttes up to about where Epsilon's at, and come over. At that point, yeah, you're exposed, but it's a very narrow, limited view, and you could use the oil tanks and the buildings as cover to slip in closer. You could get pretty close before the summoner saw you. And that would put you within good range of the LB-10X and possibly the medium lasers.
The Brethren teams are just content to stay where they are.
Both teams seem content to sit still. I think Team 2 is hoping, the Brethren are hoping that Sledopit's team will come around the corner and hunt them, whereas Sledopit and Shaman know they've got the advantage of range, and they know about where Team 2 is at. They know they're on that side of the map. They haven't seen them cross. There's nowhere for them to cross. So they know they got to be somewhere on the north line. All they have to do is watch the openings and watch for them to pass.
Well, the thing with this is Team 1 doesn't know where Team 2 is, so maybe they think they're swinging around, because now they're looking around the map, looking around the area.
And that's true. They're starting to lose their confidence in their location. But that being said, they're still holding their location, which is a strong point for them. Even if they're not 100% sure where Team 1 is at, they do know two things right now. One, they know, even if they don't know where Team 2 is at, Team 1 does know two things. Try saying that 5 times fast. But one thing that the blue team does know is one, Team 2 did not fire back at range when they engaged earlier. So they don't know that Ron Blade has triple PPC, but they probably assume that Team 2 is weak on long-range offense, which is half true. The second thing they know is that if they stay there, they can see the whole map and all approaches to their position. They really don't have a reason to move from that spot unless they get impatient. Even if they don't know the exact position, if the red team does push them, they'll pick them up very quickly. But the way the summoner keeps looking down this canyon pass makes me wonder if he might have seen one of them slipping around that side earlier. We are now down 6 minutes of the match. We have 9 to go. So far, only 1% of damage has been dealt. Oops, wrong way. I need to get a game controller set up for this camera stuff. It'd be so much easier than the keyboard. Looks like Team 2 is growing impatient. They're starting to move out. Team 1 is still holding the center.
Team 1 has the right idea. They just need to wait for the Brethren team to gauge on them.
Yep. The Brethren's idea itself is not bad, except that they've put themselves in a narrow pass with long range on either side. So if Team 1 actually did push, and they pushed the corners of the map rather than the central corridors, they could still fight a long range game with Red Team bottled up between them right here. But that's very risky. If they were wrong, if they didn't know what we knew, and you know, I would do the same thing and I would stay put. But if they knew the Brethren's position, then I would personally split my two forces. One would go to the east corner, one would go to the northwest corner, and you could catch them in a very nasty crossfire while having enough speed to stay away from the assaults if they decided to push one or the other. And we see Ron Blade moving out. Looks like he's going to take a peek. This is going to prove disastrous, in my opinion, because it will give away their element of surprise.
Team 1's looking the other way, so he might be able to get a peek out without them seeing him.
If he's lucky. Right now the Warhammer's back is to him. The Summoner's facing the right way, though. Oh, his back's to him. Alright, both mechs are looking the wrong way.
So he might be able to peek without being seen.
Ron's slowly moving up to peek. At this rate, though,
And
he's
Team
gonna...
1's not confident where Team 2 is. They're circling.
Yeah, Team 1 has completely lost all confidence in where they think Team 2 is. They don't realize Team 2 has sat still this long like they did. They think they've been maneuvering. With 6.5 minutes to go, Team 1 is beginning to grow anxious. Meanwhile, Team 2 is growing impatient. Both teams need to make a move at some point soon. Both teams are worried about where the other one is at. Interestingly enough, if Blue Team did get antsy enough to move, they would be able to take the Echo 5 hill, which offers almost as strong a position as their current one. Lets them see probably about 90% of the map and approaches. And, ironically, it would offer them a perfect vision line straight down the canyon where Boa and Ron are hiding. They would be able to sight them immediately and fire on them. But I don't think they're going to move from the central platform. I keep losing track of Boa. That black Cyclops blends right in. That's a cool looking mech.
If you hit backspace, the name tags appear over the mechs.
Ah, thank you. I keep forgetting about backspace. Blade has a heart tattoo. So piratical. Except instead of saying mother, it says skull and sword. I like the neutral colors that both teams chose for their mechs. The Warhammer's a little flashy with the white shoulder pads, but otherwise the Summoner and the Cyclops both blend into the backgrounds very well. Good choice for this map. 5 minutes to go, and the teams still don't know where each other are at, and they're still sitting in their respective positions. Still no movement from either team. Both teams being very protective. See movement from red team. Looks like they're about to peek the corner.
Alright, phone call. Be right back.
Sounds like Viper is playing an ocarina song. Oh, we have contact! Team 2 has sighted Team 1, and both teams have traded. Shaman was the first to fire from his ERPPC Summoner. Both teams missed. Actually, let me take that back. Looks like Boa... Nope, he probably got bumped by Ron Blade. Both teams missed their PPC shots, but they know where each other are at now, so now the game is on. We see Shaman and Sledapit once again trading fire. Another clean miss, but both teams are looking at each other. They have 4 minutes. If neither team kills the others, we will call this a draw. And we'll go to round 3. Welcome to the stream, Star Adder. Ron Blade's going for ground. Team 2 is still operating under the impression that Team 1 is going to hunt them, which is the wrong impression because Team 1 has sat on the platform for the entire match, unbeknownst to Team 2, and is content to use their range advantage to keep Team 1 at arm's to keep Team 2 at arm's length.
Sorry, I'm back. I had to take that phone call.
No worries. It's very important when Zelda calls you. All right.
Well, especially when it's your other half. So.
Ooh, you're the half of the Triforce?
Yeah.
You know, you can't have half and half of the Triforce. You gotta have thirds.
Funny guy.
That's alright. 4 out of 3 people have problems with Fraction Viper. This comical interlude brought to you by...
So, Seanblade looks like he has seen Brethren team.
Yes.
He's looking that way.
Right at the time he went on the phone, we had an exchange of fire. Ron Blade and Shaman both opened up on each other. PPCs flew back and forth. Neither team managed to score a hit, although Ron Blade did deal damage to Boa by backing into him. Other than that, they're still in their stare-off with 2.5 minutes to go. At this rate, I think we're going to see a tie with a third-round battle in sight.
Well, don't forget the rules are if a tie happens, the match gets replayed, the map stays the same, the mechs can change.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. I'm so glad you're here. I would have had to go look at that. But we see an exchange. Shaman took damage from Boa's Cyclops. Both teams have an even exchange of damage, 2 percentage points apiece. And we see Team 1 moving in. Here we go. This is going to heat up. So,
this is a bad move on Team 1. I would have gone for the draw.
Beg pardon?
I said this is a bad move from Team 1. I would have gone for the draw. They do not want to move on the short range there.
Yeah, but I don't think they know what the Brethren have. I think they're assuming long-range builds again.
Oh, here it goes.
And they're probably a little overconfident
Oh.
given their fight last match. Solid hits on Boa.
Boa needs to fix his weapon groups again.
Boa's
Wasting
stuck.
SRM ammo.
His Cyclops in a very bad location, but he's trading fire.
Boa needs to get out of there.
What are they doing? They're both... Ooh, this strike's going to be vicious. If they lucked out, it's an airstrike. If it was an arty strike, they'd be getting pounded right now. Both teams are trading, but Team 2, the Brethren, are on the receiving end of it. They're down 10%, more than 10% now on their armor. That Warhammer's a vicious, vicious build. The Quad AC5s are demolishing Romblade.
Romblade
56%,
can't go down.
54%, down. Romblade is dead.
Boa needs to kill one of them before time runs out.
Another strike coming in. Boa has 1 minute to kill one of them. He's down to 70% health. Not making much headway. He can't seem to focus. 60%, 58%, dead.
And that's
Boa
game.
is down.
More hostiles. Good job, soldiers.
Once again, this match goes to Team 2. They played a very patient game with some good long-range fire. Caught Team 2 with their pants down as they're maneuvering for height on the crystals, and absolutely destroyed them. And that concludes this 2v2 tournament with Team Sledopit and Shaman, Echo and AGBR coming out on top. They will advance to the next bracket. Now, we'll check and see if Teams 1 and 2 want to have their third match just as practice. Right, Team 2 out of the tournament now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they had said they wanted to fight their third round, though, just for fun.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's see what they say. Where's the bog? There it is. And my phone is not going off. Washington, D.C. is calling me. I don't think I'll answer.
It's Trump.
I hope it's Trump and not Pelosi. Probably some congressman. Would you donate to my campaign?
No.
Exactly. Alright, the stream will be posted on YouTube today.
Alright.
Alright, with that, I'm going to drop the lobby. Okay. So good fight all around. And let's see, I'm going to pull up the bracket here real quick.
Already updated.
10-4. Let's see here. So it looks like Sledopit and Shaman will advance to losers round 2, where they will combat Bryguy and Cromulus, also of the Brethren, ironically. That will be a good fight. Bryguy and Crom are both talented mech warriors, and I'm interested to see how they do.
The problem with that is both Bryguy and Cromulus have not played a match in this tournament yet.
Really?
There was an issue with the winners bracket where there was communication issues, so I gave both teams, hey, play your match or else.
Oh, I remember that now. Yes.
And the other team, unfortunately, was not communicating with myself or Bryguy, so they were eventually withdrawn from the tournament. So Bryguy and Cromulus are going to be cold going into that match.
Well, I've seen Bryguy fight Cole, and he's still frightening.
So the other team's going to have advantage where they've played at least 2 rounds. So
yeah, they've had two brackets, 4 matches. They're going to have a good idea of how they want to fight this. Bryguy and Crom are going to be a little cold. To be honest, though, having watched the fight, I think they are as equally skilled or maybe slightly better than Sledopit and Shaman. Maybe they'll be able to make up that gap. We'll see. It will be a close fight either way, though, I think. Crom and Bryguy tend to be hard-hitting fighters with a good strategy. Sledopit and Shaman have proven they can be very thoughtful fighters with good range advantage and good tactics. So I think it'll be interesting to see a. I think it's gonna be more of a strategy versus brawn kind of a scenario. It's also interesting so far is that all of our, well, I shouldn't say all, most of our matches have gone 2-0 so far. There's been a few that were 2-1. 3 matches that were 2-1, but all the others have been 2-0 for the round 1 and round 2 brackets. Looks like we have another 2-1 in round 3. I think as we get further into the rounds, round 3, round 4, and of course the semifinals, we're going to see more and more 2-1 matches where the fights get closer and closer as the skill gaps shrink and the best of the best come out. It'll be exciting to see it going forward. All right, and with that, I think we're going to go ahead and call it on the stream. Thank you for co-casting, Viper. Any words for the audience?
No, I'm good. Good matches overall.
So far, so good. I think it'll be a lot of fun going forward. Wish I was participating, but looking back, I'm kind of glad I didn't. I would have my hands full trying to help organize, co-cast, participate, and all that stuff. Plus, it's kind of awkward to have a referee participating. It's kind of hard to to maintain your objectivity. But maybe next time I'll bow out of the referee's position and jump in the ring as well. Maybe we can get somebody else to host it. Me and you can team up and go at them.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be kind of fun. Anyways, thank you again for organizing all this, Viper. And if anybody wants to check him out, Viper has YouTube. He has a YouTube and a Twitch channel. And you can check him out on Twitch at... Take it, Viper.
Twitch.tv/Viperisk.
Yep, that's VIPERISK. And you can also...
And YouTube's the same, youtube.com/Viperisk.
youtube.com/Viperisk, same as on Twitch. You can also find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/NightmareJK and on YouTube at youtube.com/Nightmare1, where 1 is spelled out as ONE. That's it for this stream. Hope you enjoyed it, and be sure to tune in next time. This is Nightmare1 and Viper signing off.